portion of vegetables. So yeah, that's another healthy part of the meal. So now I want to go on to the meat portion of the meal, the protein, and I have, sorry, and I will show you that one. So I have made homemade chicken tandoori, as you can see here. Now that has shrunk because I did make a big portion of chicken. I made about 4 or 5 pieces, so it has shrunk with the cooking and defreezing. So the way I cook this is I get out my portion of chicken from the freezer, so I get maybe 4 or 5 fillets. I cut up a saute of onions, garlic, and ginger, and I dice it up. After I dice it up, I pour a bit of oil in the pan, and I put the diced onions, the ginger and garlic in there to saute. And so what that is basically the saute for the chicken, so it acts as a sauce. So that's the very base level at first for the chicken. So once I've done that, I then grind up some black pepper with a pestle and mortar, and I throw that in. So that gives more texture and taste to the chicken and the saute of the chicken. And then what I do is I actually add half a can of tinned tomatoes. So if you get 1 can of tinned tomatoes from Morrison's or whichever supermarket you go, you can then pour that out into one of these containers. And if you have about half of it for that whole portion of, let's say you cook a batch for the week of 5, that's going to be a good saute for your chicken. That's going to be an amazing saute for your chicken. It's going to be fabulous. You know, it's going to just be extravagant. So once you saute all that together, you then want to add in some spices. Now what I add in is about 2 teaspoons of chicken tandoori paste. Now that's just my style of cooking. You know, I cook with Indian style spices. It's entirely up to you if you want to put tandoori in there, you want to put tikka in there, you want to put haldi in there, or turmeric as we call it. But that's what I tend to do. I put a little bit of turmeric in there just for that anti-inflammatory part, because as I say, you know, in lockdown we need to keep ourselves very healthy, and the turmeric keeps our bodies healthy. It keeps us regulated. It keeps us healthy and strong on the inside. With that little bit of turmeric, it gives us that strength and that immunity. And then what I do is I saute that, and I let that kind of build up for about 5 minutes. Once I'm happy with the sauce, once I'm happy with the saute as it is, I put in the 4 or 5 pieces of chicken, and I let them cook. I make sure I wash them, I put them in, and I let them cook. Now that could take up to about an hour to cook the chicken, but as I say, you've already got the potatoes, you've already got the vegetables all sorted for your dinner, and that's probably done in a matter of 15 minutes. It takes you about 15 minutes to cook your potatoes. It takes you about 5 minutes to cook your broccoli. So together you've already done those. So now it could be only 40 minutes to an hour to do your chicken. Now if you defrozen the chicken, it may take you maybe half an hour, but ultimately I'm talking about going from totally frozen to cooked. So now once it's cooked, all you got to do is poke it through. If you've got a spatula, just make sure you poke it to make sure the chicken is cooked. And there you go. You have a dinner. You have an amazing, healthy dinner in lockdown. And you didn't need to go to KFC. You didn't need to ring Nando's and say, hey, can I get some chicken? You didn't need to, go to Pizza Hut. You got that in your own house. And, as far as upfront cost, what that cost you to make, I mean, a bag of chicken from anywhere is what, £5, and you're only going to have one per meal, so that gives you what, £1 for the chicken. You've had £1.50 for the potatoes, bag of potatoes, about 55p for the broccoli, about £1 to £1.50 for the carrots. Now, if you're doing the maths, that's only £6 for the entire. That's only like, £1 for the chicken. You got less than £1 for the potato on your meal. You got less than £1 already on the broccoli and the carrots. So that's the same amount of price, if not better. So why not eat homemade? Why not have more healthy, nice, nutritious homemade meals that could really set you up for your day, that could really give you that energy and that strength and that immunity that you want to be able to do your job, to be able to live your day, to be able to just seize and just conquer your day and be like, yes, I did it, yes, you know. So I just wanted to go through that with you guys, and yeah, this has been an amazing podcast, everybody. You know, I hope you're keeping safe in lockdown. Like, comment and share, everybody. This has been an amazing podcast. I'm so happy to be able to give back and contribute to all you amazing people. If you have any questions, leave any comments, feel free to contact me. It's been amazing. Immunity for the Community signing out. Bye bye now.